Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Oh, it's a pleasure to be here with you. If we haven't met before, my name is Kaylin. I am an ecstatic spiritual life coach, and every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, I try to set aside a little bit of time to do some meditation together with you all on YouTube. So I hope you find this next 20-30 minutes or so valuable. So please, we're just going to start off by finding a comfortable way of sitting or relaxing. You can lay down, you can sit in a chair, you can sit on the floor with an upright back, whatever feels good for you. Today we're going to explore something that I realize I've actually never once talked about on this YouTube channel. And I've talked about the Divine Masculine, I've talked about different deities, but one of the deities I have not talked about is Krishna, who is an incarnation of Vishnu, and he is, I like to think of one of his aspects as being the divine lover. So I thought it would be fun to kind of introduce him in that today, but we'll get there in a minute. For right now, please just close your eyes. You can place your hands on your lap, or on your thighs, or at your heart, and we'll begin. So start by just taking a couple of breaths. Feel your face relax, your jaw relax, your back, your neck. Allow yourself to feel delicious. This is your you time. There's nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to be doing. Allow yourself to just be here. Allow yourself to settle in. And allow your face to soften. And your breath to come easy. And remind yourself that in this moment, you have everything you need. You are complete in and of yourself. Your world is full. And allow everything to slow down. Be here in this moment. So as we work to connect with deities, I always like to just give a little context. So I grew up in a Judeo-Christian environment. I grew up in a Methodist household, and I heard the term idol worshippers used a lot when applied to polytheistic or Eastern spiritual traditions. It was not a nice word. is not being used kindly. When you go to a country that has different deities, you can view them as entities outside of yourself, but in reality, the deeper experience of connecting with deities is they represent a facet of us, a facet of our experiences being souls inside of human bodies. So when you connect with Kali, the fierce feminine, that's a part of you. When you connect with Shiva, the divine masculine, that's also a part of you. These aren't things separate from you or outside of yourself. They are things that already exist within. So I like to explain that because I know for me, initially I had a lot of resistance to deities. So we're just harmonizing with an energy that is already a part of you. Now the entity that we're working with today is named Krishna. He is considered an incarnation of Vishnu, who is the sustainer. In Hindu beliefs, there's Brahma, the creator of the universe, Vishnu, the sustainer, and Shiva, the destroyer. And Vishnu has taken many incarnations in this world, as Narasimha, the lion-headed deity, as Rama, as Krishna, as a turtle, in order to bring balance back, usually to combat a demon who has run amok on the planet. I think we live in a time where there's a big demon running amok called selfishness and egotism. So maybe another incarnation's coming again. There's supposed to be one more. And Krishna, I struggled initially to want to connect with Krishna because I grew up being told stories about the Hare Krishnas, and again, not kind stories, about these radicals who stole children, these crazy people at airports throwing flowers and dancing. And so I didn't want to be one of them. And whenever I'd go do kirtan, chanting practice, and there'd be a Krishna chant, I'd feel a little clenching inside. But then, one day, I was sitting in the temple by myself. I had just done a puja, a set of offerings, and I went to sit with this big statue of Krishna, life-size, 7 feet tall. And the statue began to move and speak to me. I think it was one of the first times I had that experience. Maybe there had been a few before, but it was early on in my sadhana, in my spiritual path. And what was interesting is Krishna said to me, "You're gay." And that was at a point where I did not want to believe that about myself. I didn't even think it. But Krishna, what I love about him, and if you're somebody from India who comes from a more centered position, you might draw ire at what I'm about to say, but Krishna is the divine lover of all genders. There's so many stories about him and his flocks of consorts, the gopis, the sheep herders, the cow herders that he would have sex with, and were all crazy for him. But he also had male lovers. He's this beautifully gender fluid and sexually fluid being. He's often depicted playing a flute, which obviously has phallic connotations, and dancing. He's usually depicted with lots of jewelry and more feminine clothing, feminine characteristics. But his energy is the energy of sensual love. He's also described as having very, very dark skin, either black as night or a deep blue. So this evening, we're going to do a little bit of chanting with Krishna. Your goal is to breathe into your heart, open up to his divine ecstasy, because he really is an ecstatic being. And let that beautiful, soft, loving, sweet energy fill you. If you want to join me in chanting out loud, you're welcome to. If you'd rather just sit silent, that's good too. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. How do you feel? Do you feel Anything arising with you chanting this mantra, Hare Krishna? What's going on for you? And his mantra is Om Klim Krishnaye Namaha. Let me do some rounds of that together. If you want to visualize a beautiful dancing blue-skinned man playing a flute, feel free. Om Klim Krishnaye Namaha. 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 Om Klim Krishnaye Namaha, 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 Om Klim Krishnaye Namaha. So I'd like to invite you to envision before you a beautiful young man with deep blue skin and a bright twinkle in his eyes. And he glitters in the sunlight. And he is so beautiful. And he plays his flute as he looks at you. And in his eyes you see galaxies swirling. And as he sees you, he accepts you. And you can see in his gaze that he finds you beautiful. And he stops playing and comes closer to you, walks over. And you feel yourself melt with a sense of love and completion and contentment and ecstasy, unlike anything you've ever felt. And as he kisses you, it's like starlight explodes across your body. How do you feel? Om Klim Krishnaye Namaha. And I want you to just take a moment and realize that whatever you're feeling comes from within you. These are your hormones. These are your neural firings, your neurons. Whatever experience you're having, it is from within you. You own this. And this ecstatic, sensual joy that we experience with Krishna, it's always within you. You are the divine lover, the consort of all the gopis. You are that playful, youthful, sensual, erotic self. And it's always there for you whenever you wish to access it. You are always there for you. How do you feel? Do you feel a little more sparkly? A little more ecstatic? Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, Govinda, Govinda, Hare. 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 Govinda, another name for Krishna. I believe it literally means cow herder. Govinda, Govinda, Gopala. Can you allow this ecstatic love and bliss and sensuality to just start to flow out of you, to spread, to fill your world? So we'll pause there for today. Take a moment, just bring your hands to your heart. Feel the breath in your lungs, feel the center of your chest, and cultivate a sense of gratitude. Gratitude for your life, gratitude for this time to practice, gratitude for our spiritual connections, our guides, our teachers, our guardians. And then allow that gratitude to rise up and out of you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy life to do this spiritual work. Again, my name's Kaylin. If you ever want to go deeper with this work, feel free to reach out to me. I work with people one-on-one to help them develop a meditation practice, but then also do deeper transformational life coaching work, really moving into a more authentic, radiant, ecstatic version of themselves. So if that's something that interests you, please consider reaching out through my website, ecstaticself.com. I'm also on Patreon, and I'm here every Sunday at 6, and then of course post videos throughout the week. And if you ever need anything, please just send me a DM or shoot me an email, and I'm always happy to get back to you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, a great week, and I'll see you next time.